Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about Springleaf Residence, but most importantly we are going to talk about some techniques that you should be using when it comes to the booking day, because for Springleaf Residence there's something different. There's a sort of a program going on, so if you want, please stay tuned. And this is the ways that you can reach out to me via my Facebook, via my Instagram, or via WhatsApp. You can reach out to me through 82620902. And after watching this video, if you have any questions, feel free check with me. So I'm gonna just update you on the recent launches, River Green and Promenade Peak. We realized there was some kind of mode of sales that was going on that the developers use to make sure that they sell their units well. So for Promenade Peak, there was this something called placement, okay, and River Green was going by the normal balloting queue. So if your queue is good, you get to select the better units, and if your queue is all the way behind, you just have to wait and see to see what kind of units there are. So I'll touch on more on Promenade Peak's placement method, because a lot of times buyers or even agents themselves, they don't know what is placement, and it causes a lot of confusion on that day itself, because everybody doesn't know how it flows and what are the things that they need to look out for. Okay, so today I will be touching on this first before we go how we should strategize for Springleaf.
But before this Springleaf Residence, right, today's topic will be very relevant because of the ways developers are using their first day sales, because they wanted to sell as much as possible during their first day, right? So during this launch, Promenade Peak and River Green, they both uses very different mode of sales, and I think Promenade developer, they made a very good decision to go for the placement. So Jay, can you explain, because maybe some viewers do not know or never go through placement before. So what is placement and what actually happened on the Promenade day booking day?
So what happens in the placement booking is actually on that day itself, price will be released on the morning. So everybody will come around the same time. Let's say I put it as 8:30 a.m. So everybody will go there, then you can start to check prices, or a list will be sent out with all the prices. Basically, you will have the number of units available for you to go and check and to let you plan ahead. So let's say 9:30 a.m. So 1 hour for you to check prices, and then 9:30 a.m. the developers will let you start placing stickers on the units that you want. This is called placement. Placement meaning to say, let's say I'm looking at a B2, and at this point in time I feel that maybe I want level 10 B2 at maybe stack 4, for example. So what happens is my sticker will be pasted here, and everybody else will also start to paste wherever they want to. So everybody is only entitled to one sticker. And what happens is throughout the whole next 1 hour, the agencies will start sending out pictures of the board, okay, of the stickers, to see whether any units are being contested. Contested meaning a unit has maybe about 2 or more parties looking at the same unit. When these photos are sent out, what happens is, if you are the buyer, you definitely want to maybe secure a unit, right? So likely what will you do? You might just want to change to another unit. So I have a B2 here, then maybe I'm also okay for a B1 or okay for a B5, for example. Then I will want to change my unit to something that is not contested, to keep me safe. But what happens if it's still contested? If let's say you are someone who feels that, hey, I want this unit. You also can choose to stay put. Okay, don't move your sticker elsewhere. Just stay put, and then to see whether other people move away.
So contested meaning 5 units. Just 5 buyers want to buy that stack.
Even then 2
just
considered
contested. Right?
So see who move away first. After let's say another 1 hour, that means let's say it's 10:30 a.m. Okay, developer will stop anyone from changing the stickers movement anymore. What they will do is those that are uncontested, they will sell it to the buyers that place the stickers there. Then for the next 30 minutes, what happens is those contested units, means 2 or more parties looking at the same unit, they will have another round to go and place their stickers elsewhere. So after this second round, developers will again sell the units away for the uncontested units, and then the contested units again, they'll go for the third round. So developers sometimes they might stop at second or the third round. They'll just stop and then let you choose anyway. But contested unit, yes, they'll go through a balloting. So let's say that at the third round it's still contested, you still go for the contested units. Then they'll just put your, let's say, your ballot number into a lucky draw box. Then the developer will take out and see the number, what you got this unit. Okay, so placement is a way to really help the developers sell as much units as possible, because everybody is like FOMO. Go and chung for one unit. You take my unit, then I just go for another unit. Because they are already there, they don't want to just walk away with nothing. You will create the competitiveness in them to want to buy a unit. So Promenade Peak, they were very smart, yes, because same day as River Green, and developer also know that River Green has more popularity. So if they wait until people book finish River Green, then they start to go through a balloting way.
Because River Green collected more checks, right? 1,000...
400 plus, close to 1,005 lah. So about 3 times oversubscribed.
So they quickly adopt this placement method.
So those that drop check for Promenade Peak and River Green, you realize Promenade Peak, totally that day everybody was waiting for the ballot thing to come out, but in the end they stopped. They had a meeting, then stopped, then they announced that they are going through full placement. So placement methodology lah. Okay, and what happens is they carry out this placement way before the River Green hold their ballot on the booking day. So this is one way that developers can use to help people. But I realize one thing is there are some buyers or even some agents, because they are new to placement, they do not know if, let's say I place here, if let's say they place here and someone contests their unit and they want to shift to somewhere else, they do not know where to shift. Because although the pricing is similar, they don't know whether it's worth it to shift to elsewhere or not. Or if the price is a little bit higher, is it worth it to go or not? So at that point in time, it was very stressful for all the buyers and new agents who don't know about this. So this is where we want to share with you first before you go into any kind of balloting process or placement process. Even for Springleaf, it's a different thing today because they are going through a priority loyalty program. So stay tuned, we'll explain further, and I feel it's very beneficial for you to understand all this so that in any case your agent doesn't know all this, at least you are better equipped yourself with this knowledge so that you can plan ahead for yourself.
Correct. So for Springleaf, right, just now you mentioned developers introduced this loyalty program. It also shows that developer has concern because they scared they cannot do very well on their first day of sales. And because there are a lot of objections, such as Springleaf Residence is only near MRT, but there are a lot of wildlife problems, expressway problems, or no schools within the 2 kilometer. So naturally, developers will want to create something that at least they can sell certain number of units on the first day, especially with over 900 plus units, right? Developers giving these kind of opportunities to buyers, but if you don't know how to use it and you don't stand to gain in this current market, this is what in this video we will be discussing on how to make full use of what developer is offering. Be it they want to do placement, normal balloting, or when prices are very sensitive, we are going to show you how to make full use of this to your advantage. Then as you can see from the pricing, is already very attractive at around 2,000 per square foot. This is like 2022 pricing. To give you a more perspective, like Sora Tagger.
So a Sora 4-bedroom over there sold for 3.4 million. You can see the prices here right now, it starts from 2.4 million. For 3.4 million, in fact, you can buy a 5-bedroom over here. Why is this developer giving such a good discount or good pricing compared to somewhere in Jurong where there's no MRT, there's nothing over there? I think for Sora, there's also don't have good school within 1 kilometer. So why can this Springleaf price it so sensitively? That's something that we want to ponder also and to discuss further also.
This is the extra perks that developer introduced, the Loyalty VIP Program. So listen attentively for buyers who have previously bought a unit from Guocoland or Hong Leong, because you may be qualified for this program, which means you will be entering 1 day earlier before the actual public booking day. So this gives you a better chance to pick the best facing, stacks and layout. So please check with your agent early to verify your eligibility, or you can check with any of us. If you are one that qualifies, you have to make full use of your benefits. Let us show you how to do it, because basically you think you are related, such as you are a relative of Guocoland and Hong Leong, or you are a tenant, buyer, seller of Guocoland and Hong Leong. Just reach out to us. We can help you check whether you are qualified.
Yeah, so if you know like your auntie, uncles, your niece, nephew, whoever is staying inside this Guocoland or Hong Leong development, please check with your agent whether you can qualify for this loyalty program.
Yeah, we give you this list of residences that is related.
So in terms of pricing wise, let us show you what happens if you qualify for a priority booking, because Guocoland also did up a few other developments. I'll use Lentor Mansion for example. So these 4 examples are all from Lentor Mansion, and we show you transactions that happen on 15 versus a 16 March, okay? Because 15 March at that time they also had a priority booking for the VVIPs. So we want to show you, if let's say you qualify for a VVIP, what is the price that you can actually benefit from. So we see this 041 versus this 0318, both are 1012 square feet, okay, just one level apart. You can see for this 15 March buyer, they bought in at 2.25 million, whereas for this 16 March buyer that buy one floor lower, they paid 2.248. That's about 43,000 difference. You are buying a low floor, but you pay more. 43,000 more for one floor. Then we see this another example, stack 42. Alright, these 2 units. 15 March buyer bought in at 2.035. The second floor bought in 2.025. So 11 or 10,000 difference. Okay, although you pay more on the 11, but you get 9 floors higher for $10,000. difference. Okay, you see the priority really helps in a way lah. And then stack 19, 15 March, bought in 1.746. Then this level 4, another stack, but it's also the same size, 818 square feet. Buy in 1.803. This difference I think is about 50 plus thousand, close to 50,000. So 50,000 for the same floor in the same development, same size. Then the next one will be 786 square feet. So level 13 versus a level 12. This one that bought in at 15 March, 1.841. One floor higher, buy in 1.883. That's about 40,000 difference. Just one floor, 40,000. This is how, if you can spot it on the booking day, the priority day itself, 40, 50,000 is something that you can look forward to gain. Just a paper value, one day paper value. It's quite a lot.
Yep.
And I believe if you want to go for priority, this is what you want to achieve.
It feels very good for the one that bought in earlier. They know that they're sitting at 40,000 profit already.
Correct. You go through all the hassle to become a VVIP. You also want to secure the best unit possible. But I can also show you what happens if let's say a buyer didn't make full use of their priority. Okay, what happens is, you see this 15 March, these are all in the 15 March period. They are the VVIPs. You can see that for 527 square feet, someone transacted at 2156 PSF. Okay, also on the same day, there are people who transacted 2003 over PSF. Alright, that's about 200 PSF difference. But we see on 16 March, there are also people who still buy in the 2122 range. Okay, 2122 PSF range. You see 2122 PSF range. Alright, so if today you can qualify for a VVIP over here, what we want to achieve today is, after watching our video, you are this person who can buy in cheaper than those that don't know. Okay, those that don't know, usually what they see is using emotion. They feel, this one is good, they enter. In the end, even with a VVIP, you are helping others make the profit, not yourself. And even if you are on the second day public launch booking day, there are still opportunities for you to enter at the VVIP pricing. It's just whether you know how to spot the units or not.
Then before we talk about on how to do the spotting of units, right, the strategy that we'll be sharing, let's talk about Springleaf Residence's project info. Guocoland and Hong Leong, who have a solid track record, they are also behind the Lentor Township, like the Lentor Modern, Lentor Hills and Lentor Mansion. Just now we mentioned the case study, right? They are all either fully sold or close to it. And the recent one, Lentor Central, already 100% sold. So Springleaf Residence is a 99 years development expected to TOP in second half 2029. It is located in Upper Thomson, just 2 minutes fully sheltered walk to Springleaf MRT on the Thomson East Coast Line, the Brown Line. There are 941 units and 5 residential blocks, plus 1 conserved heritage building, which previously was a secondary school. And there are 32 units in these conserved buildings, 759 car park lots, which is about 80% car park ratio. Very healthy for a project this size. So this is the location along Springleaf MRT.
Alright, so for this, you will hear or you will see marketing on this project saying that it's very close to MRT and it's very close to nature. So I also want to bring you another perspective to see. Although what they say is this Springleaf area, okay, is connected. The MRT is connected to Orchard, to Marina Bay, and all the way maybe to the Changi Airport. But one thing I also want to highlight to you is even Yishun, Sembawang, or like Woodlands.
Red Line.
They are also on Red Line, they are also connected to Orchard, they are also connected to Marina Bay. So does this MRT really matter so much or not? To make it a good project? This is one thing that you need to consider. Do you really want to buy because of this MRT? Or are there some other factors that are more important for you to consider before you jump into buying this Springleaf Residence? Because from what I see, I will face a lot of objection even when I buy this new launch, or even when next time I want to sell in the resale market. And for the transformation wise that they are all talking about in this Springleaf area, what I see is really all residential. Although just beside us there's a mixed development.
20,000 square feet.
20,000 square feet I feel is not that big. Maybe just some shops below, okay, to maybe a supermarket for you okay. But I see a lot of people is saying that government is pouring money into this area to make this a new township, new transformation. But technically they are not pouring money into this area. They are just zoning these places as residential. They are selling this land to developers. Is it really a transformation? There's something for us to discuss. Before you jump into deciding whether you should buy this Springleaf, please watch our video to give yourself a better understanding on how is it important, or how should you go about deciding whether the project is good for investment or not. Okay?
This is the connectivity that Jay mentioned. Looking at the site plan, these are north-south facing. The nearest to the MRT will be at here. It was fully sheltered walkway to the Springleaf MRT. And the premier facing will be this northwest facing. So facing the Natural Forest Park, the most unblocked view. And also quite rare in Singapore, especially if you are someone that loves natural views, because got a whole plot of forest in front of you. And here, east facing will be the Upper Thomson Road, a relatively open road with low-rise building and trees on opposite side. But the main thing is this area, the south facing, which we will be facing the SLE. So expect some road noises. And usually these facing buildings stacks, right, will be on the lowest entry PSF. So one thing to highlight how rare also is, you see there is this running track in a development, meaning the size of this development is super huge that they can build this running track. Looking at these are the views that I mentioned, the south facing view facing the SLE, the west view facing the park, then north facing view will be the Springleaf Forest. So basically you have a lot of forest view.
All around got Tarzan, got Jane inside.
Yeah, if you like this kind of very forest view
Yeah, but one thing I is also, if you went to the show flat, what happens is developers say that there's no food and drinks allowed in the show flat. So actually this one thing sort of tell you what are the possible problems next time it might have. Okay, like monkeys. I think monkeys is the big thing because food and drinks is really attracting monkeys. They don't want to attract monkeys into the show flat. So likewise, if next time you stay inside, we cannot say that definitely no monkeys will enter. If the monkeys enter the project, okay, although there are some mitigation things that they are trying to do to stop monkeys from climbing in or to climb up into the blocks. Okay, if you see level 1 to level 2, there's this slope to prevent monkeys from going up. Okay, but you can't prevent the monkeys from going to level 1. So there will be a tendency, if let's say level 1 there are monkeys, then what happens?
When you're running the track and field track, they will run together with you, ask you whether you have bananas.
Okay, so I feel you will have to be prepared for this. If today you choose this to be somewhere you want to stay in. So wildlife is definitely something that you have to be used to it.
So maybe also for the wildlife lovers, nature lovers as well. Okay, then looking at the unit mix, this tells you straight away actually what kind of buyers that are focusing on, because more than 65% units here are bigger 3-bedroom and above. So clearly focusing on own stay families, and only about 35% on the smaller bedroom type. So suitable for investor. But this particular 786 square feet, this is the smallest 3-bedroom layout. I will consider it as an investor product because this Springleaf Residence mainly buyers will be your HDB upgraders, and they have already been staying a 90 square meter layout, which is 960 square feet. To accept a smaller 3-bedroom might be a challenge, so I will consider this 786 square feet to be an investor product.
So for unit distribution wise, you will see it's spread across. Okay, so all the 5 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's this conservation block over here. Okay, so my take will be how I look at this conservation block because there's one project that is also similar which has this, that's the Avenue South Residences. We have also analysed on the pricing and the resale transactions. What we realised is for Avenue South Residences, this is being priced slightly lower than the normal blocks. So how much lower can we accept as a good price to enter in? Later on we'll share more. Okay, but just take note for this, there will be different layouts over there. And for later on, what we want to share with you, the strategy for this priority loyalty program, we will be using units that are in these normal blocks, okay, these 5 blocks. And you also see that there are some levels with these sky terraces over here. So in our analysis later on, we will be using stacks that have full stacks over there instead of some stacks with this sky in between.
So step 1 we will share on is you should have your own desired unit type that you want to look for and the quantum. For that, you will plan based on what are the unit type you can qualify for and what are the floor level you can hit. Assuming a 2 million budget, and I'm taking this, let's say you are eyeing this 3-bed standard. This 3-bed standard, the starting from price will be at 1.89 million. Meaning with this 2 million budget, right? For 1.89 million, you still have the budget balance up to of 102,000. So this is how I do it. 2 million, I'll minus the starting price, and then this works out to be about 5.37% extra. So if I add just 0.5% per floor jump, I can hit about 10 or 11 story for this 3-bedroom standard. This is how you choose the floor level pricing.
I mean, this is how you can also pre-plan before you even go down for the booking day, like roughly how much or which level can you go for, okay, with your budget. We can pre-plan all this before going down. So step 2, we are going to see, because definitely with let's say a budget, you can qualify for maybe 3 types in the project, okay? So we also want to see if, let's say, whether it's advisable for you to go upsize or downsize. So why I put these 3 compact and a 2-bed 2-bath over here instead of putting a 3 standard over here is because likely for priority booking, a lot of people will go into to buy a 3 standard first. And for you to only qualify for a level 10 to level 11, it's very low chance that you might get all these units unless your queue number is maybe the top 50. Then you might have a chance to get it. But if let's say your queue is 100 and above, very likely these units will be taken up. So you must quickly know that now I should focus on 3 compact and 2-bed 2-bath. So with these 2 floor plans side by side, I already know the difference in square feet is 140 square feet difference. Using let's say a 2002 PSF, okay, for the development, I multiply by a 140 square feet. This will be 310,000. So on average, the difference will be 310,000. Now we want to see on the floor plan what are the difference. What do you get for this 310,000? Okay, what you get is actually this extra 1 bedroom over here, and the rest are pretty much the same. You have an open concept kitchen, okay, no windows in the bathrooms, and 310,000 for an extra bedroom. This is something that you need to consider whether it's worth or not. Of course, this is only just one of the scenario that might happen. This is if let's say both are on the same floor. Okay, very likely if you are in a priority booking queue, the 3-bedroom will definitely be taken first, especially the lower floors. So you might have a situation where this is on level 20, the available one is on level 20 for 3-bedroom 786, and then you might still have a level 5, for example, for this 2-bed 2-bath. This is the most likely scenario that might happen. So the difference will definitely be more than 310,000. If you're lucky enough on the balloting day, you might see that you could have, let's say, a lower floor 3-bedroom versus maybe a mid-floor, let's say level 15 2-bedroom. Okay, so the quantum difference will be lesser or lower than 310,000. So you have to decide whether the amount makes sense for 1 extra bedroom. Another way you can look at this is, if let's say for the 140 square feet difference, and you see that the difference is maybe about 100k between these 2 units that you see that is available. If let's say the difference is 100,000 over a 140 square feet, this works out to be 714 PSF for the extra space that you are buying. The average over here that we see is about 2,002 PSF. So to buy an extra space for 714 square feet, this is very, very worth it. In this case, I will advise you to go for the 786 instead of going for the B2. Likewise, if let's say this PSF goes above 2002 PSF, then I might as well you just buy the 2-bed 2-bath. So this method will help you make a quick decision on the spot. Because on that day itself, be it a balloting or a placement, you need to think fast, you need to calculate fast in order for you to switch around the units as soon as possible before other people take your unit. And if let's say it's a balloting queue, when it's your turn or it's 5 more people to your turn, it's very stressful. Are you ready? Are you ready with the price? Are you ready with the unit? So if you're not ready, they might put you into thinking box, and then the people behind you might choose all the good units away. So when you're in a sneaking queue or you're in a placement in a period where you still can switch your stickers around, I will believe this method will really help you a lot.
So rule of thumb is we cannot exceed 300,000. Rule of thumb.
You calculate your comfortable budget. For 1 room, I will feel anything above 100,000, I might not want to go for it. I might just stick with the 2-bed 2-bath. Okay, either you decide on the quantum or you use this PSF method to see which one makes you more comfortable.
Then we will go to the step 3 to determine how is your facing premium. So this purpose is to quickly know the developer is loading their premium on which facing. Taking a 3-bedroom like in this Lentor, this is Lentor Mansion example. So I'm using this 3-bedroom, all the same size, right? 904 square feet. I will check based on this 3-bedroom, the 3 different facing the Lentor Hill Residences, which is here, stack 42, then facing the inner facing stack 38, the pool, and stack 15 facing the park. So you have more unblocked view. So in terms of these, right, we can already see that facing the Lentor Hill Residences is cheapest, then following by the inner facing the pool plus 1.5%. So we've tabulated, okay? And then facing the park, premium facing, adding a 2.5%. So with this, you can easily estimate what are the prices of the other units just by checking a unit facing Lentor Hill Residences. Then now we will apply the same strategy to our Springleaf Residences. So example, I'm using this is for 2-bedroom units. So first you have to check all the prices for all the 3 different facing. So just now I mentioned you have the SLE facing, inner facing, and forest facing. So let's say these are the prices. The cheapest will be SLE facing, 1.405. Then again, you add 1.5% for the inner facing, and then the unblocked forest view will be adding 2.5%.
I mean, these are just how we estimate it right now. But of course, at that point in time, you will not have the prices over here. So just check the three prices and then you work out how much is percentage jump, okay, to different facing.
Correct.
Okay, right now in this example, we just put it as 1.5 and 2.5. But on the actual day itself, it might be 2% and 4%. So just check 3 units of different facing, same size, and then you can determine what's the percentage.
So use this formula, you replicate it into, let's say you are looking for the C1786 square feet, the 3-bedroom. It's the same thing, just beside this 2-bedroom, right? Same thing, SLE facing, inner facing, and the forest facing. You can straight away know what is the prices from the highest and then to the cheapest price. You can estimate your prices. So these are just one strategy that you can adopt.
Of course, this is for you to check, to self-plan, self-calculate before you check the actual prices with the agencies. So at that point in time, while the people come back to you on the prices, already you can make a decision whether which facing you want to go for. Is the inner facing more worth it, or is it the forest facing is more worth it? If the premium jump is too much, let's say it's 3 and 6%, then maybe I will stay with my SLE facing as an investor lah. So the next step will be on the per floor jump strategy, because there's no way we can check all the prices at the same time. The whole stack we can't check. So our strategy will be like that. Okay, this is, let's say, a Lentor mansion. Last time how it happens is because over here the max floor is level 16. Okay, if we use level 15, we divide by 5. That means I can check 3 prices. So I check level 5, level 10 and level 15 in the queue, and then I get all these prices. With these prices, I know that every 5 floors, what is the jump like. Then I divide by 5, I will know per floor jump is roughly 10,600 for level 5 to level 10. And then for level 11 to level 15, it will be 13,800. So from the price like that, you can see that if let's say I'm an investor, which one should I go for? I'll definitely choose the lower floors. But if let's say I see on top, if level 11 to level 15, it becomes like, let's say 8k per floor. Then maybe I will want to choose the higher floors, maybe level 15 on, and then downwards. So in this case, for Lentor Mansion, I will choose from level 5, then level 6, then 7, 8, 9, 10. Because I don't want to experience so much per floor jump as an investor. I can buy the same size as at a lower floor. So with this per floor jump, okay, you can also work it out to become a percentage. With the percentage, you can apply it to different unit type, different stacks as well. Okay, but if we jump into Springleaf, this is what happens. Because there are 25 floors over here, if let's say I'm looking for a 2-bedroom, I'll choose stack 13 to check. I'll check level 5, 10, 15 also. Because usually they only let you check 3 prices at a time. So with level 5, level 10, level 15, then I'll check to see what is the premium jump over here. Very importantly, the units that you want to choose must avoid those stacks with a sky terrace in between. Because if you choose stacks like that, it might be not so accurate. Okay, so go for those stacks that have fully the stacks filled up. So with the previous steps that we have just briefed you on or shared with you, I hope if you don't understand it, you can rewatch again, because in our video we divide it into different chapters. Just quickly, you can just click on and then revisit anytime that you want to re-understand it. If you really don't understand it, okay, please reach out to us first before even going down for your booking or even going down to the show flat, because I believe this will really make a difference whether you earn the 50k or you become the person that helped the person make money 200 PSF.
Yeah. Okay. The one floor difference 40 to 50k.
Yes. So of course, if you like what we have shared, I believe you can support us by liking our channel, subscribe, so that you can keep yourself updated with all these techniques that is very useful for your future launches. You might not be looking at Springleaf now, you might look at other projects that's upcoming like Sky at Holland, Zion Grand, Penreef. So all these projects, you can also use all these methods into analyzing other projects.
Then now we will go directly to the floor plans. So 1-bedroom is located here at the conservation block, only have 8 units, and the unique thing is this 1-bedroom has no balcony, so fully 100% usable space of 388 square feet. Okay, and because of this conservation block, right, they don't have aircon ledges. All their aircon ledges is on the first basement or first floor. Yeah. Then we'll go to the 2-bedrooms. 2-bedroom, we'll start off with the smallest, 527 square feet. This is a 2-bed, 1-bath dumbbell layout. Open concept kitchen with a proper dining space and a living width of 2.8 meter. Decent size, but this one mostly facing the expressway facing. But because of the size, it will be more on an affordable budget, especially for budget below 1.1 million range for 2-bedrooms. So 646 square feet, 2-bed, 2-bath, you have all the different facing. Refer back to the earlier step on the premium facing strategy to choose the right unit. Okay, walk in here, you have a semi-enclosed kitchen which you can put a kitchen door to enclose it. Living room now is wider at 3.1 meter. So this conservation block 2-bedroom, when you step in here, is an open concept kitchen. Again, 3.1 meter living width. There is no balcony, so it's a dumbbell layout as well.
Actually, to sum it up, for 2-bedroom, just go for the cheapest possible. because it's an investment product over here, and I don't see really much difference in the layout. So I would say just go for the cheapest. Sometimes it could be 592 is the cheapest depending on your queue. So just go for the cheapest available, and I believe that's the wisest choice that you can go for.
And using the strategy we shared earlier.
Now for the 3 bedrooms, this is what a lot of, I will say, the priority queue will be looking at. So like I said like what we mentioned earlier, on the 786 I would regard it as an investment product. Why? Because of dumbbell layout. This is actually, we face quite a bit of resistance in the resale market. So if you really want to sell it as a own stay product, you'll face a lot of my blocks from the buyers. Or rather, you treat this like an investment product. If the prices make sense to you, instead of buying a 2-bed 2-bath, go for this 786 instead, because you have an extra bedroom. You can do this like a 2+ study if you want to. But if we go into the own stay product, this 818 square feet actually makes a lot of sense, because the size itself is already very compact, yet it's still good size bedrooms. This open concept kitchen is something that you have to make do with. Of course, if you really want to enclose it up, you can, but you will just make a walkway a little bit narrower. And now we go into the 3-bedroom standard, which I will feel it will be the more popular one. So 904 square feet, we also have 926, 926 and 958 square feet. In general, everything is the same for the rooms, for the kitchen, but the difference from the previous 3-bedroom is there's a over here, which double up as let's say a helper's room or storage room. And between these 4 layouts, the main difference will be the entrance walkway. Depending on which unit type is still available or the pricing is more attractive, just go for the cheaper ones. But I personally feel if you can, just prioritize on the 904 square feet because of the shorter walkway entrance. You can save quite a little bit on this walkway entrance. Like 04 versus 958 is about 50 square feet. If we multiply by an average 2002, is about 100,000, 110,000 just for your space. You might not feel that it's worth it.
Then now 3-bedroom premiums. If you are looking for a bigger space, these 2 layouts, 1023 square feet and 1076 square feet. Both layouts, okay, is very functional, but now it actually comes with a bathroom 3. Okay, when you walk in here, right, this is my USP lah. When you walk in here, your guests can straight away wash their legs first, because I am like that. So
this one can even shower inside because there's a shower head.
So it's supposed to be like a helper's WC. People is able to shower here.
Your guests can also shower before they enter.
When you have you're hosting, they can shower before they go home. Yeah, so this is quite a good strategy to put it at the doorway entrance. The 2 difference on these 2 stack is just the foyer entrance. And then now you also comes with additional household shelter. Flexi room is also here. With this comparing to the 904 square feet, you are comparing with a 119 square feet more, which is about close to 260,000 more to pay for this extra household shelter and bathroom. So if you're only left with 904 square feet left with the higher floor, and the quantum for the 1023 square feet, you still have balance for the lower floor lah. It still makes sense to go for the bigger 3-bedroom.
Out of all the 3 bedrooms, we have already put up the top 3, okay, that you can consider. The 818 being the one that is more compact. 904 is the one that basically you have everything. And then 1023 will be the one that you have the household shelter and also the extra bathroom at the entrance. So in investment point of view, if let's say this is a difference of 260,000 like what Charlene mentioned, I would say just go for the 904 square feet. Of course, if the prices are very similar, just go for the 1023. 818, I would just put it as the 3rd choice. So basically, if let's say you get a HDB upgrader as a resale buyer, definitely they will choose something like a 904 square feet at least. 818 square feet, they might face restriction on some blocks because this is a open concept kitchen, and then they don't have a place for their items, their storage. So 904 square feet will be definitely our first choice, depending on the quantum.
So final decision depends on how much to top up.
Now we go into the 3-bedroom conservation. So a lot of people are saying that this square feet is actually very close to a 4-bedroom square feet, which I agree. And this is also because the dining area is really huge. So definitely there are buyers who like this kind of space, the kind of yard that is available in the kitchen. Okay, very limited number of units, 8 units each. Okay, so you are lucky enough, you can go get it. But one tip for you is make sure the PSF is about 5 to 10% lower than the normal blocks of 3-bedroom. In terms of PSF, this must definitely be cheaper. Okay, why? Because from what we see in ASR, which is Avenue South Residences, okay, over there, they did price this about 5 to 10% cheaper, and they are able to make a good decent profit lah. So if anything above, you will be very close to the 4-bedroom prices in the normal blocks. So you might find some difficulty selling in the resale market.
Now 4-bedroom, same as 3-bed premium. Actually, when you walk in here, they also have this bathroom. 2 different layout, but just different facing. 1227 square feet, D1 and D2 layout. Okay, and then it's a good size layout. So for looking at this D1 layout, right, you have a very deep living dining space, which is up to 9.35 meter, but it is more on the longer living type, narrower. So the setback is, if you are thinking of hacking this bedroom 4, Okay, this bedroom 4, I think you can ask the developer if you do not need this bedroom 4 to remove the wall. Okay, but the setback is doable, but because of this beam over here that sticks out near the balcony, you won't get that full open plan effect. But the upside is when it comes to resale, you can still market as a very spacious 3-bedroom layout, which can appeal to a wider group of buyers. But let's say if you want to keep the bedroom 4, you want to ventilate your bedroom 4, right? The one thing to note that this sliding door here, okay, only comes with 2 panels. So if you open it up, you only have 1 panel to ventilate. Compared to most of the developments, actually their sliding door comes with 3 panels, which you can open it up widely. Okay, and then the kitchen is also small at 6 square meter compared to most of the 4 bedrooms, which is about 10 square meter. But between D1 layout and D2 layout, I would say I'll prefer the D1 due to the foyer private space. D1 would definitely be the popular layout.
Now, about 5-bedroom floor plans. These are the 2 floor plans really good for us to consider, and 5 bedrooms are usually very rare for the upcoming condos. So for 5 bedrooms, we can see there's 50 units for the E1, there's 21 units for the E2. Okay, what happens? The difference is actually this difference in the living area. So for E1, there's a window close to the dining space, and then for E2, there isn't. Why is this dining space window so important? Is because it really lights up the whole area and gives the feeling that, wow, this 5-bedroom is really spacious. There are people who suggest that actually we can knock down this room to become a 4-bedroom and you have a very wide living hall. Alright, so for E2, I feel it could be an option really to let you feel the space, but for E1, I feel because of this window itself, you will not feel that it's so cramped anymore. So you can still have all the 5 bedrooms intact. Another difference between these 2 layouts is also because the junior master for this E1, there's extra 2 square meters. So these 2 square meters, I will say it makes sense. A lot of times you will feel, wow, extra 2 square meters, but you cannot see one. Okay, but these 2 square meters compared to this E2, it gives the privacy for this junior master. Okay, but overall this size of E2 is still bigger than the E1, which I feel I can't see the difference. Where is it? Except maybe for the entrance itself, maybe a little bit more. Okay, but I feel I will just settle for this E1 because I like the way they have this window, and also the junior master is more private. So there are also more facings for you to choose for E1. Okay, so that's the top choice for this entire development. If you have the budget over 3 million, this E1 is definitely something that you can consider. Okay, so I hope you have learned a lot through this video. If you want to revisit to maybe understand a little bit further, please go ahead because we have chapters being divided out. Just click on it. You can straight away go back to the topic that we touched on earlier on. So this preview date for Springleaf already started and is only up till 10 August. The priority booking date will be on 15 August and the public booking is 16 August. And in the meantime, even though maybe you have already seen the show flat, you already placed a check with other agents, and you feel that actually our analysis really helped you a lot in understanding how you can book a right unit, feel free to reach out to us. We see how we can help you further. And we already helped some clients do this kind of planning way ahead of the bookings, and they really found it beneficial. Okay, so I hope whatever analysis that we do is really helpful to you. And if you feel that you want to continue to learn more techniques and strategies from us, I hope that you can follow my channel by subscribing and also give me a like or drop a comment on what you have learned. And if you have any questions, you can also comment below. Okay, so reach out to me at 82620902 and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.